This lesson will be showing you how to write a Valentine's Day message in cursive. The Valentine's Day message will say, "Giving you a Valentine, don't put it on a shelf. One you can hold in love, I'm giving you myself." So cute. So, a lot of the letters I'll be showing you, you have not learned, especially the capital letters, but as long as you just pay close attention and copy as best you can, I think you'll do just fine. Here we go with our capital G, beginning at the baseline, slope all the way up to the top line, backwards loop. Now stay above the midline. Then you're going to loop over again, and that's like a little high. It looks like kind of a boat, sort of. A high boat. Come straight down, swoop over to the midline, and then back into the center of the G. And that's your capital G in cursive. Next letter will be the I. I, make it very close because it's within the word. Lowercase v is a skinny hump over. Skinny hump over back up to the midline. High connector, go into your I. Down, let's go into the N. Hump over. No stick right there at the beginning of the N. G, reverse, come over and around, close, and forward loop. Dot your I's so you don't forget. And do it in the center, and please do not make giant dots or circles or anything like that. Just a little dot is well enough to see. Gusto, here's our word you. Starting with the Y, U-turn, forward, go into my O, don't forget to reverse, come over and close, scoop down, high connector to your U. Giving you, next word is but it's actually written with the letter A. Giving you and now let's write Valentine. Starting with the capital V, you need to make a little high connector, a little high hook, at the top line, just below it. Come all the way down to the baseline. You're gonna make a slight U-turn, going back up to the top line, and then you're gonna come out. So this is your capital V. Next letter will be A. Is our L. Alan. Next letter is the T. Tall, down, I. And then even though I've heard you say Valentine's, it's not Valentine, it's Valentine. And then the E to end. Dot your I, cross your T. At the very end of this line, you're going to go ahead and write a comma, so that's the baseline down with a little wiggle. And so there you have your first line of our poem, and it's your turn to practice. Next line will be, don't put it on a shelf. And I'm sure you all have learned that with poetry, we sort of break the rules. So with each line, you will begin each line with a capital letter, even though it is not, it's not correct if you were just writing a complete sentence. So poems sort of break the rules a little bit. Here we start at the top line. Come directly straight down. You're going to make a little tiny left side loop. Stay down to the baseline. Swoop all the way up to where you began at the top, and then you're going to make a little hat that comes over and ends right at the top line. That is your capital D. Next letter will be O, beginning very close to it. Swoop up, O, N. Now here we have don't. So we need to scoop over a little bit further for your T. Come straight back down. Cross your T. Now in between there, this is do not. So up between the N and the T, that's why we scooped over a little bit further. Then we need to make our apostrophe up there. Don't. Don't put, here is a P, baseline, up to the top line, straight down. Now this pretty much looks like a P would be, except for this first part. Now from here, you need to do a backward loop to the left. Stay tucked inside there, go all the way up to the midline. Make your belly in the front. Good. And then let's go into the U. And then the T. The P is actually very simple if you look at it this way. Let me go ahead and cover this first part. Look, that just looks like a regular P. All you're doing is putting the stroke in the front and then the loop in the back. Then go back and cross your T. Don't put it, goes to O, here's my I. Very important that you have proper spacing in between words. Goes to O is what I found to be the easiest. Cross and dot. Don't put it on. On. A. Shelf. Here is your S. Some of you are having problems with the S's. Go up to the midline. Point down. You're going to go directly in the front and make a little belly in the front. Okay, now let's go into the H. Sh. A. U. And then that comes straight down to the descending space. A loop in front to the right, and then you'll kick it off with a little kick right there. Don't put it on a shelf. I'm giving you a Valentine. Don't put it on a shelf. Next, the next line will be in just a moment. Go ahead and practice this. Take your time, go carefully, and try to make sure that all of these letters fit on the exact same line. So this is one line, this is the next line. Please don't have it go to the next line. You've got to make sure it all fits. That's how a poem goes. Your turn. The next line will be one you can hold and love. After reading this first part of the poem, I went ahead and chose to go ahead and put a period at the end. So giving you a Valentine, pausing your voice, giving you a Valentine, don't put it on a shelf. And then the next line will be one you can hold and love. So let's start at the very end right here because we've got a lot of letters. So I'm going to make a very skinny, narrow oval for my capital O. Go up to the top line. Just as I did with my D, I'm going to make a little hat at the top and then stop it at the top line. That's my O. Here's N, E, 1, goes to O, U, U, goes to O, can, starting at the baseline, C, reverse, come over and around, A, same thing, reverse, go over and around, straight up, can, end it with a kick, can, next word will be hold, H, H goes all the way up to the top, loop down, H, O, high connector, go into the L, hold, next word goes to will be and, next word, we're going to have to squeeze it in just a bit, but we can make it. Love. Here's my O. The V, go over and around, high connector, come down. That's your first part of the loop. Reverse, come back. It's a high connector, and then you go into your E. One you can hold and love. This needs a comma, again at the bass line. Squiggle line down below. Let's see, there you go, you can see the whole thing. Your turn. Last line of our poem will be, I'm giving you myself. Going back over to the front of the line, and again, this needs to begin with a capital letter. Even though this is a comma, it should not be a capital letter. Oh, but I guess this word it would be because I'm. So we begin at the bass line. Oh, let me make sure you can see. Beginning at the bass line, you're going to slope all the way up to the top line. See how that's a big slope. Then you're going to loop over on the right side, come all the way down. And this is a big, giant loop. Do you see how that goes? Oops, let me show you. Do you see how that looks? And then you go all the way down to the bass line. Then you're going to go up, just like we did the gravy boat for the G, or I call it gravy boat. It's actually sort of like, looks like a boat. Sorry, I went, uh-oh. Let me fix that. So that is your capital I. Go up to the very top for your apostrophe. I'm, beginning at the bass line, 1 hump, 2 humps, 3 humps for the I, for the M. I'm, next word will be giving, beginning at the bass line. Below for my loop, going into an I. Here is the V. Tricky just as it was up there. It's a skinny hump over down to the bass line. Return up to the top midline, and then it's a high connector going into an I. Then hump over, and then G. Loop in the front, there we go. Don't forget to go back and dot your I's. Next word will be you. I'm giving you. Here's your O. You. Last word will be myself. Goes to O. Let's begin with the M. 1 hump. 2 humps, 3 humps. This is for cursive. You get 3 humps for cursive. And then it is the Y down below. Let's go into that tricky S. You'll get it with some practice. S, belly in the front, reverse. Go into an E. All the way up to the top line for the L. And now here is the F. Just like the L, we're going to do the exact same thing. Look at that, looks like double L, but this time we go all the way down to the descending space and make a right loop in the front, and then an end kick. And then this gets an exclamation point. So that's top line, all the way down Stop before you touch the baseline, and then you put your dot on the baseline. Okay, so this might be a little bit challenging for you. If it is too challenging for you, you can still write the poem in manuscript. You guys did a beautiful job in writing in manuscript, so I'm sure you can translate all of these letters into manuscript. If you can meet this challenge, that'd be great. I can't wait to see. So good luck to you, and happy Valentine's Day.